Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Monday, we are back at the top of the workshop looking for the classy map that's doing so well, and this one definitely fits the bill. It's a creator we have done 7 times in the past, all of them this year, including the very first map of 2020. So that's the one that set the tone for the year, and if you're not enjoying 2020, all of the woes of the world can be blamed on this creator. I'm pretty sure not. Okay, so it is a very classy map, a very aesthetically pleasing map, some really lovely, interesting feature areas, and just 1 or 2 very minor grumbles to pick up as we go along. So I think you're going to enjoy the show, which means a daily reminder is in order. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people, and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for that support. Today's map is Temple Valley by Random 5. Random 5, 7 times done, 3 of them were 9s, 2 of them 11s, a 13 and a 14. A classy creator who hasn't made a bad map. There's your start square, and that looks very nice and very usable indeed. What about the terrain heights? It's realistic. Very realistic. It's actually taken from a real life location and just made playable for Cities Skylines. There's your resources, very usable indeed, including a little bit of a fertile valley going on there as well, because you can see that one. And then if you have Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, let's just say anchovies. Okay? Okay. Off to the workshop, what do we need? No DLC required today, but there is a little bit of a list of subscriptions. Definitely worth it. If you've got a decent-ish computer, you'll be able to run this one quite fine, and I think you'll enjoy it. There's a theme mix today, which is based around the Western Coast theme, but 1 or 2 other, like the Oklahoma summer and such, have been mixed in as well. And here's your list of your one-click collection, your list of requirements for the map. Again, not the world's longest list. I think it's been held back just enough. And if you were to miss out on the like the ruins that you can see there, well, it would affect the overall beautiful aestheticness of the map, but it would still be very playable. So if you just like the terrain of the map, you don't need some of these things. But definitely recommended. Okay, down to ground level, let's have a look at the highways. Highways are very nice indeed. It's going to be one little area that I'm going to point to, I think just over this hill, where the tunnels emerge, where we got a little bit of glitching that I think I'm going to allow. Okay? Because if you have a look between these two, normally when this happens, you see a bit of blue mantle. But it kind of looks like it's done by design. Now, it's not. It's glitching. But I can buy into that as like an aesthetic design feature. So if Random 5 has actually played that, then well done to you. Don't believe it, but well done to you. Okay, we'll follow the roads through the... look at the aesthetics. Look at the vista. Look at that. Oh, so nice. So this is really going to make for a very pleasant coastal build, I'll tell you. So yes, it's based on Greece. We have got some ancient ruins, which we'll be checking in the second half of the show. And believe me, you want to be there for that. Don't think get to the end of the highways and then skip off, because trust me, you'll be missing a treat. Also, if you're newish to the game, I say newish, less experienced with the game, and wanting to know how certain fixes are done, and you enjoy my little where I go off on a little tangent and fix something on the map using maybe Move It or something like that, well, I've got not 1 but 2 different mini fixes in today's show. So you will want to hang around for those as well, those of you that like those little intermission sections. Well, intermissions, but like branches. Oh, rivers. Do you know what? We're not even really going to look at the rivers. The rivers are absolutely fine on this map, but the map is so packed with other stuff in other locations, and there isn't a river in the start square, so it's not really a river map. But there are rivers, and they're fine. They're absolutely, in fact, they're more than fine. They're pretty nice. Okay, I'm going to say they're pretty nice. So you've seen one of them there. We'll see another one very briefly later on, but we're not really going to be looking at the rivers today because there's so much other thing, so many other things going on with this map that truth be told, I completely forgot. I also completely forgot about a little bit of road glitching that I've mentioned in the past, and it was a similar sort of level of road glitching, and the general consensus in the comments was, oh, we have roads like that where we are. And I'm fine with that if I buy into it, but I don't buy into it the way that it's glitching. So I'm going to, oh, speaking of glitching, not sure about these two concrete slabs here. They're tops of pillars and they're slightly elevated. And if they were exactly at ground level, we maybe could accept that as being a detailing feature. I think it's a detailing flaw. If that's the only detailing flaw on the map, it will be a 5-star map. I'm just getting that out of the way right now. Any other minor detailing flaws now will just take, you're allowed one. With detailing, you're allowed one minor non-essential detailing flaw, something that isn't in the start square, something that you're just not even going to really notice because it's out of the way. Here we go. This is your start square intersection, a couple of Dumble roundabouts, very neatly detailed here as well, and I'm loving this rock. We'll take a second look at this rock in a minute before we fly off. But before we fly off, we need to fly through these trees because there should be an asset in the start square. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Ah, yes. And it's a fun one today. I like this idea. And when I say fun, I mean we don't often do many assets for airports. It's just the way the show tends to go. They don't crop up very often. This one is one of those ancillary buildings that you can use to make your airport come to life a little bit. It's LSG Sky Chef's Logistic by EnigmataZ, and this is obviously the building where it provides all the food. So all the strawberries and caviar and frozen lasagnas are all stored and distributed from here. So yes, really like this idea. Really pleased to see it. And factoids because factoids. In 1901, Dr. Dussaud demonstrated his latest invention, a cinematograph for the blind. A cinematograph. Not entirely sure what a cinematograph is. I really should go and Google and find out, have a little look at the blueprints or something. Anyway, unfortunately, it didn't catch on. Must have been a little bit too early for the blinds to be watching cinematographs. I'm not sure. How would that work? Anyway, LSG Sky Chef's Logistic by EnigmataZ. Very glad to see it, very glad to find it, and very glad to see them on the workshop. Thank you. Back down to the highways. Right, okay, so yeah, we got this rock. I just like it's underplayed, that. Underplayed, very neatly done to show the elevation change. We've got some neat little elevation change tricks as well on this map, which we'll see in a few moments, not just yet. Now, normally what would happen is when I come up to an intersection, if I've been going mostly along the coast, I will go inland and have a little look at how it winds and works with the hills. The next intersection is where I plan to do that. So that was the original idea. But then I found something that I think is my high point of the map, which is ridiculous when you consider that there is stuff on this map I haven't got even close to showing you yet that is really classy. And yet what we're going to go straight on this intersection, not bearing left, because bearing left is the way that I'll show you what's up here on the left, okay? I'll show you what's up here on the left. It's fine, okay? We're just going to whip up here, right? It goes up through the valleys. It's a good route, and then we get this intersection here, and the intersections are fine. You've seen the intersection qualities before, and yeah, we could come up here and have a look at these sort of things. But if we were to carry on that highway, like I say, for me, it's the high point of the map. And again, very understated. And it's the sort of thing that many a creator, including me, honestly, if this was my map that I was building, I wouldn't even think to do this. And yet it's there, and I noticed it, and all credit to Random 5 for this moment. And I can guarantee you're going to miss it. I'm not going to tell you where it is, so we're just going to keep warbling and waffling. Keep looking out and see if you can spot what the hell I am talking about, because I am somewhat waffling. So yeah, we've got a nice little winding road here and a little elevated section here as well, and then comes back down to ground quite smoothly over here, and then winds through the forests again over here. Well, forests, but you know, shrubland maybe. Yeah, we've got some anyway. the rural areas, we'll go with rural areas, okay? Oh, there's a good mix of trees and about the right amount of grasses just to bring it to life a little bit. And there's one of those rivers on the right hand side there, and then we come elevated across here and comes back down to ground over here, and then pretty much at the edge of the map. Did you see it? No, you didn't, did you? Let me go down to this very last bridge right here. I love this work. Okay, first of all, the foliage work is amazing, but look at the pillar placement. This bridge looks like it was planned. We've got a pillar there, pillar on either side, another little pillar there. This just feels like it was built to last, to survive. It was planned. It was structurally engineered even, and it's in a really lovely aesthetic area as well. So, credit for that one. Now with the rail, there's a little trick in play here. I've spotted it, Random 5. I have spotted it. I'm okay with it, actually. Okay, so realism be damned. Okay, realism be damned. Okay, we're following the rail, and it looks certainly plausible. You know, we're up in the hills. Plausible gradients going on here. I don't have any problem with any of these gradients. Problem is, we've got to get down to the coast level at some point. We've got a tunnel over here. The tunnel nips through here, comes out over there. Now, have a look. There's a little drop in elevation underground. You can see the terrain lines on there. See that? Yeah. So, we got a little bit of hidden terrain elevation shifts. Just minor, but just enough. Again here. Tunnel comes in here, where it comes out down here. It's across the intersection there, and it's just a little bit downhill again. Again, we stay fairly level. I mean, there is some change of elevation here, but it's very gentle, and it clips into the tunnel here. And again, just a little drop underground. You won't notice it. Nobody will notice it apart from BonBonB. And like I say, I'm absolutely fine with it, because it is hidden, it's very subtle. There's only one that you probably will notice as you're doing the city build. Not sure what this second tier of rail in the middle here is for. I'm believing that's a real thing, because the map is actually based on a real life area. You have to read the description to find out more about that one. But yeah, the map is based on a real life location with some liberties taken here and there, like having 3-lane highways where there's probably just national roads in real life. Another rail tunnel here. So yes, some liberties taken here. And again, we've got a lovely little bit of rock work there. And there's the drop. That's the one I think people will notice. And not a huge problem. And the White Cliffs, but more about the White Cliffs later. Some sidings here. This comes into the harbour. And we've got time for an intermission. My word, I need my inhaler.
Very few maps achieve the coveted all-star status. 5 stars for aesthetic, detail, and gameplay potential. To see them all in the all-star playlist, click the button now.
We haven't had a 5-star map for a while, so check them out. Go on, straight after this show. Right, shipping routes. We've got a kite here. That's not too much of a problem, is it? Nah. And then we've got the harbours, and we've got access to all of the harbour areas there. No problem there. And then the shipping route, there's one that goes straight off to the edge of the map, and then this one just goes along the coast. If you want to have shipping going along the coast, and let's face it, this is sort of the area you probably would. Water flow. Right, the start square, you're looking at the coast, and the coast, you can see we've got arrows on the go here. And not only that have we got arrows on the go here, we've got a drain point in place right here for taking your sewage. So that's where your sewage outflow should go. It'll sort you out, no problem at all. Right, let's have a look at the map as a whole. Looks really very nice, and it's a great choice of location. We are going to start off on the coast and then work inland, because some of these fun features are quite a way inland. I do want to get to. I want to build up to them, because it's all about the ruins on this map. But we've got some really lovely sea defences going on here, and some really lovely shaped beaches as well. I love these little cove type beaches where you can see that the tide is washing, and it's just causing these. We can have some breakwaters along there just to cause that to happen a little bit more strongly, maybe. This little harbour area I think is very tidily done, and it's been done with a footpath, so it's not actually a working harbour, but there's some yachts in here just for detailing purposes. It would look very nice indeed. Again, coming along the coast here. Now, I'm in part of the world where we have White Cliffs of Dover and all that, the south coast of England, and I love the chalk cliffs. Oh, we've got a lot, exactly where the ice cream van would be, right by the path on the beach. So good detailing there, good eye for detail. I'm not really sure about the way the white cliffs, the white chalk works with the sandstone there. Also, these steps, that last step's a bit of a doozy, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm really buying into the transition between the white cliffs and the sandstone there. I know it probably does happen here or there, but it's a little bit too bright, bit too much of a contrast for my blimey. Somebody's trying to land a private airplane in the living room there. Anyway, we've got some really lovely harbour areas. Enough about the White Cliffs. You'll know if you're okay with them. We have this along a jetty going out here. And you know what? I don't mind these lights along here. I'm assuming it lights up at night. I'm assuming. Speaking of lighting up at night, at the end of here, we have the Essential Lighthouse. Now, those of you that are right on top of things with the Steam Weekly Chart Show and the workshop will know that Sven has invented a working light prop, which I think is a lot better than what Random 5 has come up with. I'm really not buying this at all. I mean, bless you for lighting up the lighthouse at night, but yeah, I'm not buying it, okay? Just get rid of it. Get rid of it. I'd just rather it was sat there alone, not lighting up. Okay, we've got, minor problem over here. Seen it a couple of times lately. Last one was on Cities map. The question is how to fix this quick and easy. Well, I'm assuming that you have Move It, because everybody has Move It now. Open up Move It, and then grab all of the props in that area. And then come down to this little triangle button at the end of the toolbox. Choose the Align button, and then the second option, which is the Align Terrain Height button. And click that, and everything just drops to the ground. It's really quick and easy to fix. And it's a map that I've opened up 3 times now, and on each occasion that's happened. So it wasn't just a one-off, for me anyway. We have got a little lake here. Okay, I said we weren't looking at the rivers, but we have a look at this lake. When this overflows, you can actually see the route the water would take down to the coast. And I think that is a really lovely attention to detail there as well. So credit for that. Now, again, we've got some lovely little orchards here, a little farm over here that, frankly, there's so many other things to look at, so we're not even going to look at them, really. And again, we've got the contrast between the chalk and the sandstone. I just don't know that I buy it. You can tell me how wrong I am in the comments. I'm fine with that. I'm fine. Right, okay. Now, we have got some ancient ruins. It's there over here. Over here. Come and zoom in down here. Now, I have got one thing to say about these ruins. Well, 2 things to say. First of all, love them, okay? I love the design. I love the layout. It's based on the actual ruins in this area as well. So, credit for that. It's been done really very well indeed. But if you're saying to me, BonBon, these ruins, they look a bit like, well, cheese. Well, they do. They're very yellow. They are very yellow. Now, we're using the Relight Warm LUT. Okay, great detailing again here. Loving all of this. I'm loving all of this, okay? But the LUT is really bringing out the yellow. Now, I've got about 7 trillion LUTs on my system now. The hazard of being a map reviewer, I guess. And I went through a lot of them trying to find a LUT that would make these look slightly less cheesy. So I went through a whole bunch of them. Quite liked Cornwallian, but I think the best one to keep the sharpness of the map as well was actually Definitive Vision. It takes the yellowness out of these stones and it keeps pretty much most of the greenness of the map in play. So if you are wanting to build on this map but you don't like the yellowness of the ruins, then I recommend Definitive Vision. There are other... or the Relight 3 LUTs are pretty good as well. Pretty much all of them anyway. Right, anyway, are you still here? Are you still... Why? Why are you still here? Because you want to vote on the map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. What do I think of the map? I think aesthetically it's very pleasing indeed. It's been done very well. Keen eye to detail. Just some really lovely aesthetic areas. There's nothing really much holding the map back. I'm gonna give it a solid 4 because I don't agree with the LUT. I just don't agree with the LUT. I think it just doesn't work. It should work because it's a warm area, but for me, it doesn't. I'm going to give it a solid 4 stars. Detailing's excellent. Detailing's excellent. 1 or 2 minor glitchy bits like the hovering Tetra stone things and those glitchy pillars underneath the bridge, but all told, very high 4. Gameplay potential, very playable. I could see a lot of people wanting to get onto this one. It's been made playable by good design, good road selections, good layout, all of it's good. A medium high 4, I would say, for this one. Temple Valley by Random 5, a really lovely start to the week and definitely worth the BonBonB seal of approval. No question about it. Best map of the week so far. It might even stay the best map of the week, honestly. That's setting standards. That is one good map there. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, for joining me through another What map. Thanks to all the BonBonB buddies who stuck around for another month. Thank you very much, guys. You really do help. And if you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use the word of the day, completely randomly selected, and it's kind of fits for the map, so it should be quite easy to use. And I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What map series. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.